Hey guys, thanks so much for jumping on the call. As always, it's our Tuesday night call here to just give some advice and tips from myself or other members of the team who are just killing it, who are excited about their business, who love their business. And when you're excited about something, you're willing to share. You want to share with others. And tonight we have somebody who is more than happy to share and so deserving to, because he's just captured the heart of many since he became a coach. He is fantastic on social media, a great person in general. He's talented and kind, and I'm just thrilled that he's going to be here sharing with us. He signed up in January, and he has gotten Success Club every single month, most of those being 10. I'm not even sure. I didn't even ask him. It may all be 10. I don't know. But the point of it is he saw the importance of it. He wanted to earn success starters, and he wanted to go on the cruise. So he just went all in from the get-go. And I'm just so happy to have him here sharing with you guys. So I'm going to turn it over right away. And Larry, thanks so much.
First of all, no, thank you. And thanks everyone for tuning in here. And by no means, like Lindsay said, I'm just a novice at this, probably like most of you guys too. So these are totally my opinions and views. So, like I said, I'm by no means a beach body coach professional. I mean, I am, but I mean, I'm not an expert. So when I talk about this stuff, it's not gospel. It's just stuff that I've learned along the way that has helped me. And maybe there's a bitter piece or something that you may find. You're like, oh, that's valuable. That makes sense to me. And if it does, that's fantastic, and that's why I'm here. And I'm just glad you guys are here. I'm happy to share. A little bit about me, my background, Beachbody. I started, it was probably about 5 years ago. I don't know if anyone saw my post, speaking of which, but literally about 5 years ago, I saw this guy on TV doing this workout on P90X. And I'm like, man, something about that guy. So I kind of tuned it in. And then I tuned on another channel, and about 30 minutes later, there was another one. I'm like, oh, this Tony Horton guy, what is this P90X thing? So long story short, I purchased it. At the time, I was looking for something to save money on my gym membership. I was doing the same old thing, paying my $35 or $40 a month for whatever gym I was at the time, and I wanted something different. I wanted to get a little bit results. So I did it. So I did P90X for like 2 years. Then I couldn't wait for P90X2 to come out, and it did. I was so psyched. Did P90X2 for another year, maybe a year and a half. I don't remember exactly. So then I talked my wife into buying Shakeology because I kept seeing the Shakeology information. I'm like, babe, this seems like logical. Let's do this. Not only will it save money, but it seems to be a very healthy thing, very healthy option. So we did that, and about last November, I met Tony Stay, Lindsay's husband, playing baseball, and he had a Beachbody shirt on. And just jokingly, I said, "Hey, are you one of those Beachbody coaches?" And he looked at me and he's like, "Yes, I am." I'm like, "Really? I mean, what else do you do?" And he's like, "No, that's what I do. My wife and I are full-time Beachbody coaches." I'm like, "Full-time? Like that's what for a living? Like you can make money?" He's like, "Yeah, absolutely. He goes, if you want to sit down and we'll talk about it, we'll go some more." And I'm like, "Well, I'll see you for a whole week. We're playing baseball." So next thing you know, we talked about it, and I told him my same story. He's like, "Man, you're basically a coach. You just don't even know it yet." And I'm like, "Well, okay, let's talk some more." And we talked about it. I'm like, "That's it." I went to a Super Saturday. When I say this, it sounds kind of interesting and kind of sounds like almost hokey or fake. But when I went to that Super Saturday, St. Pete, 2,000 people, whatever was there, the energy and the positiveness in that room was just, I mean, I was like done. It was like, this is crazy. The feeling that I got in there, everyone was so genuine and wanting to help and share their stories. I'm like, this is it. So I went head first. So I didn't know. I really just went in. I'm like, I'm in. I'll work out the details. I'll worry about the other stuff later. So I did it. And that's basically where we're at now, is how I started it and how I decided to, get other people involved. Because my thing was like, I didn't know. I just figured I'm going to post my experiences, what I'm doing, and hopefully other people will listen. I'm like everyone else here, like, who's going to listen to me? What do I know? What do I have to share? What do people have to take from me? So I'm like, but I'm going to do it. Because the first thing I learned a long time ago in life, because I used to be a professional baseball player, but growing up, people always told me, you can't do this. You're not going to be able to do that. You're not going to get a scholarship. You're not going to, and I'm like, I love it when people tell me that. I love it. When you tell me I can't do something, that makes me want to do it even more. So if you want to make me do something, tell me I can't do it. When I was in high school, short story, my guidance counselor, I was a junior in high school. She said, we have our typical meetings. She said, hey, what letters have you sent to what schools? And I said, I'm not going to send any letters. She's like, well, how do you plan on going to college? You're going to college, right? I'm like, yeah, I'm going to college, of course. She said, well, you need to contact them. I'm like, no, I don't need to contact them. They're going to contact me. And she looked at me like I had like 3 heads. She's like, excuse me? I'm like, no, serious. I'm like, I'm going to work so hard and I'm going to get so good at baseball that they're going to beg me to come to their schools. And of course, being a guidance counselor, she's like, that's great. That's plan B, but what's plan A? I'm like, no, that's plan A. Plan B, I'll worry about plan B later. So long story short, yes, I got a scholarship to play baseball, and I played professional baseball. I did that for a while, and blah, blah, blah. Then I became a business owner, and I learned a little bit about marketing. And that's why I'm here to talk to you guys tonight. It's all about kind of like telling your story, and marketing is really what's going to attract you on the Facebook and your posts. So let me get back to my little notes here. The first rule that is probably the most difficult that you're going to learn, and it was very difficult for me, is don't be concerned about your likes. How many people like your post? How many people like your video? How many people comment on this? Because you think, who's out there that's done a post, you've thought about it for like a day, 2 days, 3 days, and like, that's it. This post here, I'm going to get like every person that sees this is going to like it. They're going to love it. You know, my phone's going to be ringing off the hook. I mean, they're going to be all over me. You post it and it's like, meh, dud. You're like, what? Oh, my mom liked it. Oh, a couple of the Beachbody coaches liked it. I'm like, what happened? I thought this was a home run. So to reflect on that, the reason why I say that is I've had people for months and months and months and months and months look at my posts, look at everything. And it's taken them up to like 6 months to go, hey, I've been watching you for literally 6 months. They don't comment, they don't like, they don't do anything. They kind of sit on the sidelines. They just watch and they watch and they watch. And next thing you know, it happens. You know, so it's not always the most social people that are going to join you eventually. So don't be afraid about not getting likes. You know who's out there. You know who I'm talking to. It happens. Happens to all of us. So that's my number one thing that I've learned from my mistakes. 2, you know, you want to be relevant in your postings. You know, it can be like, for example, going back to school. You know, mom's going back to school or something, but just relevant in the times. You know, you kind of want to be, it's a social thing. Facebook is social. So you just don't want to be like, hey, buy Shakeology. I got a 21-day challenge pack happening. Do it now, or else, you know, you're going to be fat and lazy. No, I mean, it's about the relevance of what you're doing. So that's very important. Also, don't overthink your posts. I mean, I love my wife to death, but I'm going to have to call my wife out here a little bit. She's so smart, and it's almost like you can overthink things. You can think, oh man, this is not sounding right. This maybe the picture could be different. Maybe I should do this, and it's not as important as you think it is. We tend to be over analytical and overcritical of ourselves. So don't overthink it. If anything, simple is better. You know, keep it simple for people. You know, the old thing, KISS, keep it simple, stupid. It'll be much more seamless for you. So don't overthink it. Be natural. My next tip is, and I've learned this from what was her name? Mindy Minter. what's her name? You're mute. Mindy. It was Mentor.
Winder?
Yes, I think so. Yeah. Because what happens is when we post things, we tend to forget that it's basically a social website. So you want to communicate with other people. So meaning like someone will post something and I'll comment. Like for an example, a friend of mine was pouring a slab in the back of his yard, and he was talking about they're going to do it by hand, and I thought that was insane. So, but I haven't talked to him since high school. So we started a conversation, not trying to sell him or talk to him about anything, nothing relevant about that. Next thing I know, a couple of days later, he just sends me a random question like, "Hey, is that Shakeology? Does that really fill you up?" And it started a little conversation. So point being is we get so wrapped up in what's going on in our life and what we're trying to portray to everybody that you want to communicate to others and learn about their lives too. So it's kind of like not a one-way street. So it's kind of like a conversation. Like I keep saying, it's Facebook is social. So you want to be social, you want to be friends, you want to engage in conversations. And also you can engage, and that's how you make friends and make future clients, customers, whatever it is that you're talking to someone. So it could be someone else's post, or it just spider webs out. So it's kind of very important too, because you don't want to be that Facebook general that you're just like, oh, look, this is what I'm eating. You should eat this. You should drink this. I'm working out. Check me out. I'm sweating. Shakeology is the best. So that's very important. The next tip is content. When I think about posting, I try to make it kind of like balanced. I have a different school of thought, and there's the vital steps that you do when you first become a coach, and it's about do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. But like I said, I'm more of like a rule breaker type of a guy. So I kind of try to see what works and what doesn't work. But I'm not a big emotional post guy, but maybe that's because I'm a male, and maybe that's what we do. I noticed that a lot of female Beachbody coaches are very emotional, which is cool, but we all have our things, and so you can do that. There's the Beachbody opportunity post too, as far as coaching and things like that, which I'm not the best at as well. I need to really practice it and do that too. But what I do like, and what I'm very good at, I think, is the Shakeology pictures. And when I do my Shakeology, I tend to always try to incorporate like an invite or something to let them know, not only am I drinking it, but I'd like for you to enjoy it. I'd like you to give it a shot. Do you want to give a taste, or whatever the case may be, even if it's jokingly, someone's from out of the area, California, but if they're local, I'm like, hey, please come over, give it a shot, give you a taste. I'm sure you'll love it because it's fantastic. I know I love it. 2, the meal picks, especially if you're doing the 21-day fixed meals or like a fixate recipe, and you're in the challenge group or whatever. It's kind of important to kind of see what's going on with what you're doing with your meals. I'm not saying post your breakfast, lunch, and dinner, because I think that's a little bit too much, but just a balance of all these posts together. A workout picture, of course. People want to see that you really are doing it. They you can read all day long, and everyone here that I see is fantastic at that. I'm really amazed at how well everyone here is doing, whether it's the videos for the size, whether it's just workout picture in general. Evelyn, you do a fantastic job with your workout pictures, your sweating shots. So I think that's great. And then I think another very important thing to do is the challenge group invite. This is kind of like what kind of wraps everything together with what's going on. And it's important to kind of put like a call of action. So meaning like, hey, Labor Day is coming up. I got a group starting on Tuesday. I forget what day that is, the 8th, whatever it is. You got time now, contact me. Always throw out those invites in there, because you want to create that sense of urgency. It's like anything you go on a website, call now for special pricing, call today only. I'm not saying do that, but I'm just saying make it a little bit more where you have to do something. Make it so you have to make a decision. You have to get off your butt and actually do something. Otherwise, it's indefinite, and it's like the old someday. You know, there's no someday on the calendar, as Craig, what's his name, says. That's very important. There's no someday on the calendar. If it is, show it to me, and we'll do that. It's either today or tomorrow. And yesterday's gone. Let's see, what else? In the fun pictures, you know, this is what I find very, very intriguing. Doing a fun picture for variety, because you don't want to be seen as one-dimensional. You don't want to be, oh, there's Larry. He's going to do a shirtless picture again. Oh, here's Larry. He's going to have a picture of a shake in his hand. Look, that's awesome. Look, he's drinking a shake with his shirt off. Wow, look at that, the combo. You know, so it's important to kind of have like that balance. You got to have something that is fun. Like I could put a picture of my dog, or swimming in the pool, or, you know, going to the beach, or, you know, something else to kind of give some balance, because you don't want to be like I said, just a one-dimensional person, or like some robot. Like, I work out, I drink. So I think that's very, very important. Let's see, what are my other notes here? Oh, and this I think is super, super, super important. We all drive cars. We all watch television. I think most of us do. Probably stays. I don't know. You guys watch television. It's that box that has TV that comes out of it. Yeah. But anyways, for the most of us normal people, car commercials. How many times do you get bombarded by car commercials? Car commercials. Chevy, 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 Chevy. Ford, 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 Ford. I bet you if I ask every single one of you, you might not even drive a Ford. You might not even ever owned a Ford. But I bet you'll be able to tell me who the Ford dealer is in your neighborhood. I bet you every single one of you guys know Ford this or Chevrolet that. And the reason why is you keep seeing the commercials. You see the commercials. You see the commercials. You see the commercials. You see the commercials. Until one day you're like, I need a new car. So as soon as you think, I need a new car, you think, Garrett Ford or whatever Chevrolet, whatever name brand that is. And that's what's important, because you want people to go, you know what? I do need to make a change in my life. I do need to be more healthy. And then when you do that, you're like, I think of Larry does that stuff. Or a friend might mention it. I've had this happen to me before too. They do like a 3-day refresh, or they do a 21-day fixed plan. And they're like, oh, you want to get in good shape? Well, you should contact Larry. You know, so you want, as soon as someone clicks in their brain, like, hey, I want to make a change. I want to do something different. You want to be thought of. And that's the reason why the repetition and the variety and the things that you keep posting and posting and posting and posting, they will recognize it. They're like, oh yes, that is correct. I'm ready. And when they are ready, that's when it happens. So one of my last things is videos. To me, being a male, we like to make things condense. I'm a big fan of videos, but videos to me have to be 1 minute or less, especially as the male species. After a minute, I'm like, oh, look, there's a tree. There's a bird flying. Oh, what was I watching? Oh, yeah. So, you see a video, it's like get right to the meat and potatoes. And that's just me. I mean, I've seen people post other videos that are 4, 5, 6 minutes long, and they're fantastic. I don't know if I've watched them all the way through, but they're great. Except for you, Lindsay. Your videos are fantastic. So, excuse me. They're just, it's like a tractor beam. You can't get out of them. I get it. But to me, as far as like dealing with people that you're trying to inform, 1 minute to 1 minute and 30 seconds is probably the max, because they want to. It's information age. They want to see it. Give it to me. What do you got? Okay, that makes sense to me. Let's do this. So I think that's one of my tips. So it may not work. You guys might want to do something different, but that's fine. That's what works for me. Also, what I do, I try to be original, but it's always great to look at other people's postings and kind of put your own flair on them. Like people that I look at, coaches like Jesse Burr. I watch Mallory J, Aubrey, Andy, Connie Gentry. I watch Lindsay Stay's post, and even sometimes Tony. He gets a little creative every now and then. But I really watch these people's posts, and I watch pretty much everyone else's posts too, as much as I can. Obviously, I don't sit on the computer and just monitor everyone's posts, but I'm really intrigued at what other people are saying and doing, because I'm thinking, oh, well, maybe I should be doing that. Maybe that's a great idea. And I've had that happen to me constantly. So don't be afraid to kind of like look at other people's posts and kind of like put your own twist on. What's interesting is we see we as coaches. So you probably have 100, you might have 100 coaches, but in your posting, you're seeing your coach and friends post, but your other friends and on your Facebook page aren't seeing all those. So to us, it's like you keep thinking like, oh, wow, I can't do that because it's on. They don't see that. We're seeing that. And that's one thing I have to remember as well, that, hey, you know, no one's seen this. You know, no one's seen this information really like this, or the 21-day pack with the picture. And also what I'll do is I'll ask people, like, hey, can I use that picture? I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? You know. And I also did one thing that I thought was very intriguing that I forgot to go back and touch base on. Time, when you post and what you post, is kind of very important. Meaning, like, I try to post when I think people are really going to be paying attention to Facebook. I try to post like either early in the morning, or I try to post like at 5 or 6 in the evening when people are kind of doing it. It's no different than TV commercials or radio commercials. They try to post when people are in their cars on radio, and they try to post on TV when they think people are home watching television. So that's very important. I did a little social experiment where I took I'm a general contractor in my normal day job. And I took a post that was a transformation post, like a really crappy house, and we built a brand new house. And I was intrigued because I posted it on a Thursday or Friday afternoon at a certain time, and I had like 60 likes. And I was like, oh, no, maybe it was a Tuesday. Maybe it was a Tuesday transformation. But I'm like, you know what? Let me try this again, but I want to try this with human beings. Same exact post, same exact font, same exact time, but I just want to put human beings in the picture. And I did that. But what's interesting is people are less apprehensive, I think, to kind of comment or like on that versus just the construction thing, because I had like 60 likes on the construction part, but on the human being body part, I had like 30. Which was kind of cool. It was like half. I really didn't expect it to really get that many, but you know, it's just people are like, people are a little apprehensive when it's like other people. But my point being is time. When you post, you know, you'll kind of do. Obviously, if you're posting a breakfast post about Shakeology, obviously you kind of want to do it at breakfast time. You don't want to do it at night. But like, what is he doing like this for? So that's very important. And lastly, try to make this as short as possible. I forgot where I heard this, but when we're posting on Facebook, you don't want to be perceived as, we're not hunters. We're not hunting out customers. We're farmers is what we are. And we're planting seeds everywhere in people's minds. And it's just like plants. Different plants grow at different times, and there's no real rhyme or reason. You know, they get the same amount of sun, the same amount of rain, same soil, but they just pop up at different times. So if we kind of remember that and kind of let it happen, just be consistent, you know, and like Lindsay said before, there's no real rhyme or reason why some people's businesses and some people's, you know, customer base grows fast as it does. It's a lot of it's, I gotta tell you, a lot of it is luck for me, because I could have had 30 people interested in month 3 and 0 people interested in, you know, the last 5 months. You don't know. You know, if you're very fortunate, maybe it's an even base, but if you stay consistent, you have obviously a better opportunity to have that happen. So in closing, I'm going to go back to the statement number 1. Don't be concerned about your likes. People are seeing it. They're seeing it. They're seeing it. They're seeing it. And it's going to happen one way or another. And if it doesn't, then they're just plain silly. So that's it. And I want to thank everyone for listening. So if it's helped, or if there's any other questions, I'm open. Where's the applause? I don't understand. Oh, everyone's muted. That's right.
I know, it is kind of awkward. Then you're just kind of like waiting, like, where's my celebratory finish? Like, standing up. I'll give it to you right here. Thank you, Larry, so much. Does anyone have any questions for Larry? I know that's kind of putting people on the spot, but if you do, unmute yourself while I'm sitting here talking. But thank you so much, dude. This means the world. You know, it's like just hearing it from someone else and just hearing someone that's new and saying, you know what, there are frustrations and things don't happen as quick as I'd like, but I'm still going for it. I'm still seeing the vision and the potential. And I see a vision for you personally. Like, I think you are awesome. And I know that this business is going to be amazing for you. I'm talking right here to you, Larry. So thank you for lending your talents and your knowledge tonight, because it's just kind of what part of being a leader in this business is just like showing up and paying it forward. I wish you massive success, and I can't wait to get home and hang out with you guys. Keep doing what you're doing. You crack me up. I love when I see you in my new feed. It makes me happy. But thank you so much. Everything, I took notes. I wrote down everything. I couldn't agree with it more, honestly. Every single thing you said. Loved it.
Well, thank you. I really enjoyed it. It was pretty cool. I was trying to be concise and not so verbose, so I think I missed a few notes, but you guys get the gist.
Yes, and that's kind of how it is. But yeah, keeping it to 30 minutes is perfect. We like that. All right. Well, love you guys. Larry, thank you so much. Go squeeze Catherine, and we'll talk to you guys soon.
All right.
Bye.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.